So JL gave us all a little gift of a marvelous 4-minute video. Thank you, JL. I love when students post videos to expand our discussion. This one is great for a lot of reasons. One, it's from the National Gallery of Scotland, so the narrator has a fabulous Scottish accent. Great graphics.
Cubism is often credited as being one of the most avant-garde, groundbreaking and revolutionary art movements.
So I like it a lot, but I want to engage with it as a source, show you something you can do when you engage with a source. Could be a textual source or a video source. I'm going to actually point to something very specific and qualify it, meaning I'm going to limit it and redirect it.
Throughout all of Picasso's work at this time, Tete, for instance, is one of his most celebrated artworks and the most abstract of all of his Cubist collages. The half circle drawn in charcoal depicts the profile of a head. The small circle and diagonal line with the arc represent an eye and nose.
So that's where I would redirect, because the narrator says the circle represents a head. The small line and small circle and eye represent an eye. I don't think that's the right language. I think the right language is the small circle could be taken to represent a head, especially in conjunction with the line, the short line that we might read as a nose or a forehead. I think it's really important to be clear that none of these things clearly represent one thing. They are all inherently ambiguous. So these bare bones elements like a half circle, a line, suggest the possibility of representing a nose and a head. But they also interestingly suggest how we, as humans with human minds, human perception, human eyes, read into simple forms. Just like we read into clouds and we read into cracks in the ceiling, little forms like unicorns or sheep or whatever, we can read into bare bones elements of shapes and lines to create an idea of a figure. But at the same time, we can see these as abstract elements. And so the ambiguity, right, ambiguous is, here it is, the quality of being open to more than one interpretation, inexactness. It isn't just a head, it's a set of shapes and lines that are put together in a way that provokes our minds to see the possibility of a head. And in the process, we see ourselves seeing. We see representation as an act of representing and decoding, rather than treating it as something neutral and transparent.